to another edition of Insomnia, Maniacs, Tarot with your host, Tropical Empress in Spirit. Happy Wednesday, beautiful people. How are y'all doing tonight? Hopefully y'all have had a great day. Great last few days while I was out. I did miss y'all. But it's good, you know, I got some rest. I needed some rest. I need some sleep. I don't think I realized just how tired I was until I finally allowed myself to sleep. And come Monday, my body said, nope, you needed more sleep. So, I don't think I felt like I got enough sleep, actually, but I'll hold up. So, how y'all doing? Hi, Moonchild. How you doing, beautiful? Hello, Miles. How you doing? Hi, Eternal Light. How you doing, baby? Hi, a little bit. How you doing, sweetheart? I'm freaking cold, y'all. Man, you know me. I'm gravy a little bit. If I'm here, I'm gravy, sweetheart. Thank you for asking. How about you? Bill Michaels, do I dream? Yes, baby, I dream. Who doesn't dream? We all dream. It's just matter some of us may not remember our dreams. Whoa, spirit. Don't do that to me now. Have to get adjusted to these nails. Turn these cards around. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Eternal Light. Yeah, beautiful people. I finally treated myself and went and got my nails done. Oh, a little bit. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm sending you love and light, honey, and comfort to you and your family, honey. It must have happened Sunday because I was here Sunday. I was out Monday and Tuesday, so. But I'm sending healing, love, and light and comfort to you and your family, sweetheart. Hi, Airy Channel. How you doing, sweetheart? All right, beautiful people. Let's get started and what's the vibe? What's going on with y'all? I know some of y'all still got a decision on y'all's mind. At least that's what Spirit's telling me. You bought ducks today. Hi, Joey. How you doing, baby? Aw. Hi, motivate others. How you doing, sweetheart? And thank you. I'm chilly. Dressed up over here in my hoodie. That's good to hear, honey. I'm happy. Y'all are doing good. You don't know why. You just went and bought them a little bit. No rhyme or reason, huh? You just felt like buying some ducks. Hey, beautiful. If that's what you felt called to do, impulse buy. Yeah, I think that impulse buy can get to all of us, you see. That's why I don't go on the internet and shop and window shop, because I already know me. I go on there, I'm going to see something I want, and I ain't got the money to get it, and yeah. Then if I do, I'm going to be running up a credit card I can't pay for, so. God said so. Hey, honey, that's all that matters. I understand. So, all right, beautiful people. What's the vibe? What y'all feeling today? Cutting ties. Oh boy. I know some of y'all have been like going through this the past week or two. Y'all been working on cutting ties from people, which beautiful people, I gotta tell you, if someone's not, healthy for you, they're toxic, cut them loose. Don't keep them around. What else, Spirit? So, y'all suffering in silence again? What is this? Is this y'all or is this someone else? I feel like this could probably more like someone in y'all's close circle who's still like, I think, trying to come to terms with that you cut them loose, that you kind of like block them. So now they're suffering in silence, of course, because they can't reach out to you and tell you how they feel and what they're going through right now, and how painful, I guess, the break up, or just this could be friendship, family. Doesn't have to be romantic. Place it where it fits, beautiful people. But oh, hi Alejandro. Oh, thank you, Moonchild. Yeah, I finally broke down and got my nails done, y'all. I haven't had my nails done in years. Like, since after I tore my shoulder. I didn't go get my nails done. And, of course, there was other reasons behind it. But if I'm going to start shooting pool again, I need my nails. Because my nails extend my fingers by a couple inches. So I don't have to reach over and use that buffalo bridge that some people you see using when they got to reach across the table. So it'll help with that a little bit. What else, Spirit? So now I just got to get adjusted to having them again. Yeah, I feel like a lot of y'all are doing this. Recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. And this is beautiful energy to be in, y'all. Especially when y'all are, going through it. If y'all are dealing with, cutting people off, or even like, a little bit, you lost someone recently. It's understandable. You need some time away from the world just to kind of take care of yourself, love and nurture yourself. So that's positive energy, because it will help you heal and help you clear your mind and really allow you to think a lot about what it is you're wanting to do next, what your next move is. What else, Spirit? This one wanted to pop out. Oh, but some of y'all are still a little confused or conflicted. I get more conflicted than confused because I get puzzled. So even though y'all been taking this time out for yourself, I feel like some of y'all are still a little puzzled by things going on in your world. And it could just be how, things ended again, where things went wrong. I mean, I feel like for someone out there specifically, you're still trying to figure out where the hell did it go wrong? Like, why did it fall apart? Why did it end the way it did? It didn't have to be this way, but it did. So now I feel like you're kind of caught up in that mixture of confusion between confusion and being conflicted and puzzled. So, beautiful people, I try and tell y'all that sometimes, people, as much as we love them and want to keep them in our lives forever, it's just sometimes it's not meant to be. Sometimes the universe steps in and takes control, because those people aren't meant to be with us forever. And that doesn't have to be romantic, y'all. That can be friendship. I mean, even family, There is such thing as karmic ties. So, because I feel like some of y'all are having, even second thoughts about this, because I get broken. So some of y'all feeling broken up a little bit about this. And I feel like for more than one of y'all, I feel like this is a family member that you've been struggling, with to come to terms with, because they're just not healthy. Like, I get that ego, narcissistic type energy in your energy. So if they're that way, it's probably best. I hate saying that, but You know, I think we all know somebody close to us who acts that way and, you know, thinks the world revolves around them, or they can do no wrong, you know, or it's always about them. And that's not healthy, because that doesn't create a two-way relationship. It's just mostly one-sided. And now y'all are putting up y'all's boundaries, which I get is hard. But I get boundaries. Disrespectful, enough is enough, and defend yourself. And I feel like for many of y'all, enough's enough. So now it's time to put up your guard, your boundaries, and make those boundaries clear. So I'm proud of y'all for that. I know that's not easy to do. Like I said, especially when it's someone you love and care about. I get that. Alright, let's see. How about keyword? Put this back. Whew. Yeah, it's something like, I need like one of those floor heaters, because my bedroom stays freezing cold. And it doesn't seem to matter. Like, I go to bed in sweats, in a sweatshirt, or a hoodie, and a thick blanket, and I'm still waking up freezing. It's like, I mean, I got a vent in there, but it's like, I don't know, I think that room's too big. Like, it needs a second vent. I'm just freezing my butt off every night. I go to sleep in there. Aw, I missed you too a little bit. I always miss y'all when I'm not here. I really do miss y'all, and I think about y'all. I always worry about y'all. I will always wonder if I should come on, because I feel like maybe one of y'all's going through something. But little bit Monday, honey. I slept. I mean, I don't even think I got up till like 8, 9 o'clock that night. Once I got off the stream, I mean, I slept all day. So that just told me how tired my body was. Hi, Tom. Hi, Linda. How y'all beautiful people doing? Hello, Tam from Scotland. How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, it gets cold here. I mean, I'm in Georgia. You know, it's supposed to be spring, but the weather still drops. You know, it still gets cold at night. And I don't know, if it feels like a fridge to me, at least in my bedroom. Which, you want it cold. You don't want to be hot, but it's a little too cold. For me, at least. Alright. Keywords, beautiful people. Let's see. Hey, Linda, that's the way to go, sweetheart. I need some cashmere. Like I said, I got this thick blanket, but even with that thick blanket, I'm still like freezing. And it's weird, because I used to not be that way. My body used to be able to tolerate the cold pretty well. I mean, I used to not get cold, but I guess it's coming with age. You get older and your body changes. Alright, Spirit. Keywords for the collective. So, like, I'm even in jeans today, y'all. So, I was cold. I didn't feel like putting on my dress clothes today. But I'm wearing sandals. That's what's funny. Okay, first card up, I got the word hey. And it says, see your value, make the most of the day, successful in profitable business, necessity and hard work. Don't work for pennies. And beautiful people, I try to remind you all of this. Always see the value in yourself. Don't allow others to devalue you, lower your worth. It doesn't matter if that's in a professional setting, you know, like working for a company and they don't pay you enough, or in a personal setting. Don't allow anybody to value you. Know that you're worth more, and if you ask for something, know that you're worth it. Don't ever be afraid to ask for what you feel you're worth. And then some. You deserve to be valued. What else, Spirit? Kite. Situation, blowing in, fragile, pretty, tangled, reminders. Yeah, I feel like this is all about, kind of getting like stuck in a situation, feeling all tangled up in it. And I feel like for some of y'all, it could be in just those reminders, reminiscing, thinking of better times when things were happier, maybe around this person that y'all cut off. I feel like even for some of y'all, it's like about even just the way they could have even come into your life and how things once upon a time were good, but then it kind of went downhill. So, and it's kind of just turned up, like being in a tangled mess is what Spirit just said. So, but still, beautiful people, know your worth. Ooh, I got that one flipped over. Makeup jar, inner beauty, not seeing how beautiful life is. Just look below the gray. Beautiful days will return soon. Short-lived depression. And I know some of y'all kind of been feeling sad, and that's okay. But know that there will be more beautiful days ahead of you. The sun will always shine. Even after a bad rainstorm, the sun still eventually shows itself beneath the clouds once the clouds move out. So, just keep a positive mindset. Know that life and things will get better. Always see the beauty in every experience and every moment. Sometimes it's just a teaching lesson for us that we just have to go through in order to grow, make ourselves better. All right, Spirit, what else? Umbrella, femininity, fashion, shelter, prestige, power, protection, prosperity, royalty, a need for protection. Beautiful people, I feel like this is all about stepping back into y'all's power, reminding y'allself that y'all are powerful, and not allowing others to take your power away from you. And sometimes that means having to put up those boundaries. And yeah, it means having to, put up, our own protection, against that, even if it's just, our emotional and mental protection, just to say to someone, look, I'm sorry, I can't allow you to treat me this way anymore. And because it seems like you don't seem to care, it's time for me to go the opposite way. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, because I feel like someone's been trying to make y'all feel guilty for like cutting them off, walking away from them. Don't feel guilty. If you feel like you made the right decision in your heart, don't second guess it. Because y'all are going to have new people coming in. And I really do get that strongly. And speaking of, I get dog. Ability to devote yourself to your path. Happy, loyal, faithful friend, devoted. And I feel like some of y'all do have someone in y'all's circle who is loyal, who you can rely on, who you can count on. You won't ever have to question or second guess it. Just like having a dog, man's best friend. But I feel like more of y'all gonna have new people coming in who's gonna see, what you've been missing. All the joys in this life, the harmony, the peace, the fun. Because I feel like some of y'all just haven't been having enough fun either. It's time to get out and enjoy life a little more. Have some fun. Allow that inner child to come out. One more, Spirit. And then I get camel, travel, journey, wisdom, endurance, survival, service, self-sufficiency, conservation, and stamina. Yeah, I feel like some of y'all going to be traveling. Even if this is just a day trip, I feel like some of y'all are going to be taking a trip somewhere. But this is not, a literal trip. For some of y'all, this is just y'all's spiritual trip, emotional trip, going down that road, seeing, looking towards the heavens, looking in front of you towards that, sunrise, instead of looking, at things that are long, been past and are done and over with. So this is even about y'all just ascending. And that's a beautiful thing to dive deep into. Y'all have the stamina and the wisdom to get through it and endure anything. Alright, I'll take one more spirit, then I'm going to put this deck up and pull up the other one real quick. Come on. Okay, that one almost fell out. Oh no, not that one too. We got jealousy. Yep, some of y'all got people still side-eyeing y'all. Not able to see that they're responsible for their own happiness and responsible for, you know, obtaining what it is they feel you have that they're lacking. So you might have some people in there, you know, causing disturbances, causing disruptions because they're jealous. They wanted to kind of like bring you down. And again, it's up to y'all to put up that protection, that boundary to tell them no, you know, maybe even call them out on it. You know, sometimes people may not even realize they're acting a certain way, or, you know, they could always deny it too. But more than anything, they would probably be surprised if you called them out on it, because most people think that people are afraid to, you know, truly say what's on their mind, you know. So if you can be the, you know, the stronger person and be courageous and speak your mind and say, you know, well, I know you're only acting this way because you're jealous, because you know, think I have more than you. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's up to you to get what you want and what you think you deserve. And, you know, why are you looking at me? Because I'm doing better, you know, or at least in your eyes, I am. So, beautiful people, be careful about those jealous people. Okay, I'm putting this up because I feel like I'm going to get deeper, and I don't want to get deeper than that low vibrational energy. Alright, now let's get into what's the news real quick. Pull a few cards from this and then go over y'all's tarot cards. Hi Karen, how you doing, beautiful? Hi Bob, how you doing, baby? Nice, Spirit. What's the news? Ooh, 2 came out. Uh-oh. We get rebound. So, some of y'all feel like y'all are in a rebound relationship. I get flighty, temporary option, unpredictable intentions. So, hey, if y'all are questioning if y'all's relationship y'all just started or been in is a rebound, Spirit's confirming here that that would be a yes. So, be careful, beautiful people. I don't want y'all to get hurt. Reading up, doing the research, learning more, gaining insight. I feel like this is y'all, but I don't read this card. I don't read the energy in this in a bad way. I feel like some of y'all are like investing time, putting time into yourself. Some of y'all like to read. I know some of y'all read books, but I know some of y'all really enjoy just even reading articles, just gaining that knowledge, that wisdom. So that's always good. That's always a positive. It just adds more knowledge to you, which, you know, knowledge is power. So keep reading, beautiful people. You never know what you learn out there. Learn something new every day. At least that's what I was always told. What else, Spirit? 2 came out. Well, yeah, this feels some heaviness. Next one I get is blues. Scared, heavy emotions, mental distress. Then on the other side of it, beautiful people, this came out with it. I get laughter, happiness, joy, healing. Like, I kind of feel like y'all are kind of going through this up and down. Like, one minute y'all are, sad, depressed, angry even. To the next minute you're kind of, happy and enjoying life again. Like, I feel like it's a hit or miss here for some of y'all. Which, I feel like that's just, y'all trying to bear, the pain y'all are going through. Some of y'all just, I know some of y'all just broke up with somebody, or a relationship ended, or a friendship. So, be more in that laughter and happiness. That happiness will always light the way. What else, Spirit? Brick wall. Defense mechanism. Guarded. Hard to reach. Yeah, I feel like this goes with this. Both of them. Where y'all are guarded. I feel like even for some of y'all, and I'm not saying y'all are being fake, so, don't misunderstand me. But I feel like because some of y'all are going through, like, the roller coasters of these emotions, y'all are very guarded. So it's like, I feel like y'all are guarded even with people you might, be more open to trusting, and might, be more open to talking to. But I feel like for some of y'all, you're like making them out to think that you're happy and everything's okay when deep down you're not. So, and it's just your defense mechanism, protecting yourself, protecting your heart. Unsure of, maybe to a point who else you can trust, who you allow to get close to you, let you know your deepest, darkest emotions and thoughts. What else, Spirit? I'm just gonna pull a couple more. Uh-oh. Receipts. Evidence, guilty as charged, exposed. Well, beautiful people, I'm taking it that y'all probably found out some evidence on someone you probably weren't thrilled about finding out about, them, lying to you, doing dirt behind your back, It could be romantic, but it could be a friendship, it could be a family member. Y'all place it how it fits. Because I feel like I even get at the bottom of my deck, repo. Default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. So maybe that's the receipts y'all found out. Like someone isn't, taking care of business like they should be. And now maybe someone's fixing to lose a house or a car because of it. So, beautiful people, like I said, take back control. Don't allow someone to have, cause you to lose everything. That's not good either. What else, Spirit? And one more. Give me something good, Spirit. Wine and dine. Y'all out there whining and dining somebody? Or maybe you're being wine and dined. Hey, enjoy that, beautiful people. It's good to get out there and date if y'all are single. But, I mean, hey, this could even be a friendship. Y'all going out and hanging out with some friends. Maybe even family. Just going out and enjoying life, celebrating life. That's what it's all about. So, enjoy this. Enjoy that time. Those are beautiful memories to be made. Alright, I'm putting this up, y'all. I just don't want to get so deep into that. I get drained right off the bat. Okay. Now let's get into the tarot. First, we're going to do the spirit guide messages, and then I'll go over the tarot. So, first up, beautiful people. First card I get from spirit is practice moderation. So for some of y'all, this, this can be alcohol, this can be drugs even, but it doesn't have to be. This could even just be, y'all got a bad sweet tooth, so y'all get more sugar than you should, or maybe it's junk food, or maybe it's going through and, maybe you know, like to shop a lot, so, you end up spending more money than you got. So place it how it fits, beautiful people. The spirit wants y'all to be mindful of this, because they want you to have a vision of something better once you can take back your power and be in control of putting things, practicing moderation. It doesn't mean you got to stop doing things, but, just scale it back some is what Spirit's asking you to do. So that way you can have a, full, enjoyable life, Don't live too much on the edge, is what I heard Spirit just say. So, be in balance. Balance is good. Next one is learn from your mistakes. We all know this. We got to learn from our mistakes. It's like a wise woman once told me, it's okay to make a mistake as long as you learn from it and don't make it a second time. And this comes with wisdom. So Spirit saying, take, what you learn and take it as a lesson. And then you get, more wisdom, more experience to help you achieve and do better in the future. And then the next one is don't relinquish your power. And this is a big one because I feel like this is a big thing for y'all today, is what I'm getting from Spirit. Some of y'all kind of let go of control, allowed others to make decisions for you, to decide for you, and Spirit saying, no, it's time for you to decide for you. And, you're going to have to stand up for yourself and defend your beliefs, even if it causes conflict with others, Unfortunately, it's going to come with this, especially when someone else feels like they're losing control. Maybe control over you, control over something you do, how you do things. But Spirit's even confirming this by the sovereignty card coming out. So be in your power. Don't release your power. Stand firm in this. Stand tall in this. The last one is appreciate your talents. And this is always something we all need to appreciate about ourselves. Appreciate our gifts and talents. We all came here to live this life. And we all came here with gifts and talents. And it's up to us to see it in ourselves. We can't expect others to see it in us if we first don't see and recognize it in ourselves first. So Spirit wants you to appreciate that. That way you can dream and put, those talents into your abundance and making your dreams come true. Maybe you're thinking of writing a book. Maybe you're an artist. You draw or paint or write. Those are talents, but there's multiple talents. Maybe, you're like me. You're great at, a sport and you play well. And if you're like me, I like to go and compete for money. So appreciate that. Value that in yourself. And keep working at it, to improving it, to finessing it. Because the more you work on it and finesse that skill and that talent, the greater your chances of making your dreams that much greater and making them come to you faster than you had initially anticipated. Like putting yourself on a timeline, you expect to do something or have a project accomplished by a certain time frame. Well, you might be able to do it a lot faster if you can appreciate your talents and put forth the effort and time. It's that thing about having, you put, things will grow where you put your time and attention. It's like watering a flower. You know, that flower's gonna grow if you keep watering it and it gets sunlight, but if you stop watering it, it'll eventually die. So always remember that, beautiful people. Remember to dream. Dream big. You know, reach for the stars. As my parents always told me. It's always good to dream. Y'all can reach and make anything you want happen. Y'all are in the magician energy. It's like I told y'all are like in this big transformation period. And I feel that still very strongly. Now, as far as the tarot goes, beautiful people, I feel like y'all are like stuck between choices, decisions. Because I guess a 7 of Cups over here, which is all about choices. But it's all about even having, you know, an illusion about something that, you know, isn't what it, you know, seems or what you thought it would be. But in y'all's recent past energy, I get the King of Wands, which is just telling me that y'all are trying to stay focused on something and trying to communicate your wants and your needs. Taking that leadership role, trying to be clear about this, about even the choices you have, the options you have. And, you know, this has brought you some excitement to know at least you have more than one option, more than one choice, you know, where I feel like, you know, there's, you know, some sense of accomplishment. Um, Maybe it's like having multiple job opportunities, as an example. Or maybe, you know, you're looking at school, going to college, and you got more than one university that wants you to come there to be a student of theirs. Place it where it fits. But right here, I get the Sun card with this, which is telling me it's all about happiness. It's a joyous time to know that you have been in that energy of being able to voice your opinions, voice, you know, what you want, you know, staying focused and putting your time and attention into your creative endeavors is what I just heard. And I feel like for someone out there, this involves even like business ownership. When I was turning over these cards earlier, that was the word that came to mind, was business ownership. So I feel like some of y'all are looking at starting a business if you have been thinking about it, or maybe you just started a business. But that's a great time knowing you have those dreams. And that's why Spirit keeps saying appreciate your talents. In y'all's present energy, I get the Lovers card. And the Lovers doesn't have to be romantic, beautiful people. This can be friend, this can be family, this can be professional. So you place it how it fits. But I feel like some of y'all, you know, been working hard on your relationships. And I feel like for, you know, a few of y'all, this involves some type of like an arrangement, like a business arrangement. Maybe you're hiring like a brother to paint your house, for an example. But for many of y'all, I feel like this just comes down to having this relationship that's very important to you for this Lover's card to come out. And, you know, maybe y'all been facing some conflict and struggles and problems, and now you are trying to work it out, and maybe you're having trouble trying to decide if it's worth the effort or not. Spirit's showing me it is. It's worth, you know, investing in and trying to work it out. And I get the Three of Pentacles with this, which is telling me, you know, your person or this person you're, you know, dealing with, or a group of people, they want to work with you. They want to try and work it out, whether it's, you know, working on a problem, trying to resolve a problem, or working on this, you know, business venture, project, even, you know, working for another company. You know, I feel like there's someone that's going to step into a leadership role. If you haven't done it yet, I feel like you're getting ready to. I feel like you're leveling up. So Spirit's showing me that it's worth the effort to put in to, you know, make this relationship better, this bond better, to put towards your extra time and energy, even having to sacrifice a little bit to make it possible. But I still feel like some of y'all are going back and forth in your heads, though. You know, it's like one side of you says to go ahead and go for it, and the other side's telling you, you know, you're not sure. Because in the center of all this is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is all about stalemate, all about being torn between two decisions, two choices. Which way do you go? And Spirit's showing me that maybe it's not, time just yet to make this decision. Maybe it's a time just to kind of like take a step back and assess and see what happens. Now, I'm not saying, sit out forever, but maybe just sit back a little bit for a day or two. And still think long and maybe sleep on this another night before making this decision, because I get the Seven of Pentacles with this. And the Seven of Pentacles is all about having those seeds already in the ground, and you're just waiting for, the seeds to grow and take root. But you have to now wait for that process to happen. So if you're looking at making this decision, maybe it's best that you kind of wait it out just a tiny bit longer, because you've already like said what you need to say. You've tried to talk to this person or group of people and let them know where you stand on things, and what you expect, what your desires are, how you see this proceeding forward. And maybe it's on them now to try and decide, if they want to continue this venture with you or work on this relationship with you. I feel like it's going to be a give and take though on both ends. So I'm not telling you to not make a decision. I'm just telling you it's, best, to at least acknowledge that a decision does need to be made, and that there is a problem that needs, solving, but maybe take another day before rushing into it. That's what Spirit's telling me. Because you want to wait for these seeds that you planted with the Seven of Pentacles to kind of like get more water and start growing. So just believe and have faith in the seeds you have planted in the ground right now. And in the obstacle, beautiful people, I get the Sun card, but the energy I'm reading from this, it's kind of more like upside down. I feel like this is a lot of, the stress and strain of making this decision and making sure you're going to make the right decision for yourself and for the best possible outcome for everyone involved. And I get the Six of Pentacles with this, which is all about, give and take. So, again, in order to make this work, it has to be a give and take situation. It may mean that you need someone to help you, with something, whether it's to give you their time, attention to help, work on this project. Maybe it's, resources, or, it's just them wanting to put in the extra time and energy and effort into working on your relationship overall, the mental and emotional um giving, of their time to you, and vice versa. But I feel like some of y'all are kind of like struggling, because I feel like even for one of y'all, really, that y'all want to cut ties still. It's not a matter of your emotions, it's a matter of now using your logic and allowing your logic to override your heart, because I get the King of Swords with this. So some of y'all are getting, impatient. I just heard Spirit saying some of y'all are getting impatient about this, which I get. Having, losing patience. Patience is a virtue. But I also feel like, if you can come into this in this King of Cups energy with a little more love and compassion, that you will be able to work this out, work this relationship out, this partnership, this job, this project, whatever this is for you. It's just a matter of having a little more patience and coming at it with a compassionate, empathetic heart is what Spirit's showing me. So that way you can come out with, in this Ace of Cups at the end, which is the end, y'all's possible future outcome. The Ace of Cups. A new opportunity. A new opportunity of love. A new opportunity of developing this relationship, making it stronger. This can even be a new home. If you're looking at buying a house or looking at moving, getting another place, this is also an option. This is also on the table. So spirits were showing me that, you know, if you can at least not rush, but, not drag your feet either, you're going to find success in this. There's the Ace of Wands in this. And Spirit saying if you're looking for that answer of what to do, if you should proceed forward with this, Spirit saying yes. This Ace of Wands is saying yes. But it may come with having to defend, your beliefs too. So be prepared for this because the Seven of Wands is here. And this is all about having to defend your grounds, defend your beliefs, stand up for yourself. So don't be afraid, again, beautiful people, to speak up for yourself. Be strong in your beliefs. Be strong on the ground you're standing on, whether that's in a personal or professional. Stand your ground. You can't expect, someone else to always know how you're feeling or what you're thinking or when they've crossed the line with you if you don't first speak up. So use that voice. That voice is very strong, which is why I feel like this King of Wands came out in the beginning, which is all about communication and speaking up for yourself. So be strong in this. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, it can cause still some disruption, but it's not going to last forever. Because Spirit's showing me this opportunity is here. Just don't be deterred by any challenges that come your way, because I get the Ace of Swords here. So this opportunity is coming. You're having clear thought. You're getting clarity from all of this as you're taking your time processing this. But, it may come with a challenge or two. Yes, but Spirit's saying, don't feel like you're going to lose or feel like, someone's not going to understand where you're coming from. Because I still feel like they will also get clarity from this. And again, they're going to want to work with you, work this out with you. Because I get the Two of Cups with this. And the Two of Cups is all about like a union, a partnership. The Two of Cups usually reads, in a romantic way of like your twin flame, your soulmate. So you can apply it there in a romantic, sense. But it doesn't have to be, because even your family and your friends can also be a soulmate. It's just, people don't necessarily look at soulmates as being family or friends, but it can be. So I feel like it'll be a good partnership if you can take time and not rush, but also don't drag your feet and look at the choices that you have, because Spirit's still showing me that you have options, you have choices. But they're saying if you're wanting an answer on whether to proceed forward or not, the answer is yes. Go ahead. Just don't get deterred by the challenges you may face along the way. And it's going to come again with the Six of Pentacles with a give and take. You're going to have to give just as much as you're going to receive and vice versa. But if you can be patient, be grounded in this, you're going to come out celebrating in the end. Because I get the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is all about celebrating. So whatever this is for y'all beautiful people, Spirit's saying go ahead. Because you're going to celebrate. You're going to celebrate success and happiness in the end. So don't think, it can't happen or it's too late. Spirit's saying no, it's not. Just be sure of your choices. Be sure of what it is you want. And then I have, for the Oracle cards, first card out is from the Guides of the Hidden Realms. This is a call to transformation. And it says, when a caterpillar is ready to change, imagine how it might feel sick and disconnected. Who is it becoming? What is life away from the comfortable fuzziness and the safety of leaves? It knows only sweet, languid crawling, not the terrifying air, yet it dreams of flying. So it grows a cocoon, then loses itself, surrendering to the change, dreaming of strange and new experiences. How frightening it must be to die to its old form, so a new incredible one can arise. Then the cocoon no longer fits, and there is a call to break open the barriers to allow this new self to soar. The risk is too great to remain. The gift is in breaking free and becoming new. Crawling is in the past. You are called to emerge. Spread your glorious wings and fly. You are the caterpillar. Now you are the butterfly. You were born to change, to leave your comfort zone, to evolve. Surrender to the process and trust the changes are for the highest good. Become who you are destined to be. You already know how to fly. This is your time. Revel in this. So, beautiful people, even though it might feel, a bit discomfortable for you at some point, Spirit saying this is what you were meant to become. So let go of the old so that you can transform from the caterpillar into this big, beautiful butterfly. Again, soar. Allow your dreams to come true. Put time and attention into them. Get that wisdom, that experience, that knowledge, that vision. You know, allow your heart to feel. Allow your soul to vibrate, for your deepest desires. What's left to be discovered? There's so much out there to discover, but even more so, so much to still discover about yourself. Because we're all evolving. Each new day we evolve and we change and we grow and we adapt. We adapt to so many different things that we may not even realize or think of, but we're adapting. And the next one is from the Soul Coaching, and I pulled Focus. And this says, what you focus on is what you create. So put your attention on thoughts that are beautiful, worthwhile, and loving. It's time to focus your intent and your passion on one thing rather than being scattered in different directions. What you see around you is the result of what you focus on. When you direct your thoughts toward good, you attract positive experiences and people into your life. But when you focus on what isn't working, you create even more challenging situations. If you aren't pleased with the direction of your life, concentrate on what you desire, not on what you don't want. To develop inner power, gather your internal energy and focus intently on one thing. Being scattered in moronic directions dilutes your strength. Devote your attention to your career, your relationships, a hobby, or something that you're passionate about. Diminish activities that aren't essential to this goal, and it will be just a matter of time until miracles begin to occur. And the positive affirmation you can say to yourself is, all of my thoughts are directed toward my highest good. All of my thoughts are directed toward my highest good. So stay focused, stay committed, beautiful people. You're almost there. And then I pull from the wisdom of the oracle. And this is come to the edge. And it says, facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. It's all about having that courage, that leap of faith. And, Spirit keeps bringing up about being, uncomfortable, things that are not, familiar. It's like I told y'all last week, it's time to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, you got to get out of that comfort zone in order to grow and see your progress, to move forward and take on new things, to see the beauty in all things, and just being able to overcome all your fears and put away your doubts. Yeah, life's about taking a risk, but it's a risk worth taking because life's worth living. I never said it would be easy. I only said it'd be worth it. And then I pulled a few cards from my Messages of Cosmic Oracle. And the first one is, stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. Yeah, stop getting lost in your thoughts, beautiful people, about the past, what's already been done. You can't change it. You can only take what you've learned from it and move forward and apply it to your life from here on out. And the next one is, give yourself some credit for doing a good job at this whole living thing. And this is true, beautiful people. Y'all don't give yourself enough credit for how far you've come. Even if it means you dragged your feet, even if it means you fell down a few times, you got hurt, you know, you hit some bumps, maybe you ran the car off in the ditch, so to speak, you're still here. You're still alive. You're still living. Be proud of that. Because still many people would stop halfway through and give up instead of continue to go and continue living. So be proud of yourself for that. And the last one is, you have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. And this is also true, beautiful people. You do have a beautiful bright light that this world needs. You have a magic that nobody else has, that this world needs. We all need that. We need your light. But it's up to you to shine it. So don't allow anyone else to come in and dim it. But don't you dim it yourself either in order to make others around you feel better or feel comfortable. You know, it's not up to you to make them feel comfortable. They have to feel comfortable about themselves. You be proud and you stand in your bright light and let it keep shining and let it keep getting brighter. That's what it's meant to do. And then for the angel activation card, I pulled Samuel. And it says, let love in. You are beloved. You are cherished more than you'll ever know. It's time to begin seeing yourself through the eyes of God. Choose to move beyond self-criticism and judgment. Be open to seeing yourself in a more loving way. When you are willing to see yourself lovingly, you open the doors of your heart and all forms of love enter it. And the positive affirmation is, I am willing to see the love I have within. I am willing to see the love I have within. So keep reminding yourself of that. Keep saying that to yourself. And that's what I have for y'all, beautiful people, for the general collective reading. So again, beautiful people, that was a general collective reading. It wasn't a personal reading. So take what resonates and leave behind the rest. And if nothing resonated with y'all, beautiful people, well, I know y'all didn't find me by accident. I know y'all aren't here by accident. There was something in this reading that Spirit needed you to hear. So if you don't feel anything today, doesn't mean you couldn't be called to it down the road. If you shall ever feel called to listen to this reading again, it will be here, as it's a timeless reading. All right, put these cards up now. And then I'll say hello to you beautiful people who came in while I was doing that. Okay. Let's see. So how y'all beautiful people doing? I really did miss y'all. It doesn't feel like Wednesday. I don't know about y'all, but it doesn't feel like Wednesday to me. Let's see. Hi, Kathy. You've come across me twice now, sweetheart. Well, sounds like Spirit wanted you to find me, sweetheart. How you doing? Because I'm not one who believes in coincidence. Okay, let me put this up. Hi, Sandy. How you doing, baby? 2 days is too long for you? I know, Sandy, but baby, I was tired. Even my body told me I was tired. I was out cold for like the first day. That Monday, I was out. I don't think I got up to like 8, 9 o'clock that night. So, I was tired, baby. But I'm happy you missed me, baby, because I missed y'all too. You got goosebumps, Kathy? Well, that's good. Spirit's talking to you, honey. Hi, Rekka Rex. How you doing, beautiful? No. Rekka Rex, it's always beautiful to see you, girlfriend. And thank you. Yeah, I finally broke down and got my nails done. I told y'all I had my nails for years. I always got my nails all done, all fancy. So I finally broke down and got them done. I know. Thank you, Sandy. Well, I'm glad you feel at least I deserve the rest. Hi, Alicia. How you doing, beautiful? I know, Linda. I did stream for 12 hours one day. You're right. Hi, Steph Richard. How you doing, baby? Aw, thank you. Y'all are amazing, too. So what's been going on last couple days that I was out? Hi, Thomas. How you doing, baby? How you feeling? Hi, Just a Dude. Doing just okay. What do you mean just okay, Steph Richard? You should be doing better than just okay, baby. That's not good. Let me take this off now. You just got moved? Yeah, I was wondering about that, Thomas, because I need your, well, do you have your, when you update your, like, your Amazon, can you let me know, baby, please? When you update your address, so I know, in case I want to surprise you with something, baby. Because I also need, Hershey's address, too, since she's not living with you no more. No, Steph Richard, I'm sorry, baby. Oh, Thomas, let me be good to you for something, baby. You're always good to me, baby. How you feeling? No. Well, I'm happy to hear that, baby. I know that's still hard, though. And you just gotta trust that, Sandy. That he will want to come find you. Your sons will want to come find you. I believe they will, baby. You just keep praying for it and manifest it, baby, and they will. How could they not? You're a great person, Sandy. Hi, Needlecraft Creations. How you doing, beautiful soul? Prayers to keep the new place dry and mold free. Yes, baby. You have my prayers, Thomas. I don't want y'all going through that again. That's crazy. But y'all aren't the only people I've heard recently who had a problem with mold in their house. But I think it was like an apartment building too, like y'all. So, which is bad. I don't understand why people keep getting mold in their apartments. No, Sandy. I hope that's a good thing, baby. I mean, the way I'm reading it, it is. And I'm happy it's opened you up, baby. To seeing the world differently. Seeing it better than what, you know, it was. I know, Thomas, it is tough being a Pisces, baby. You're right. I love being a Pisces, but I like my fiery side too, when my Aries likes to come out. Well, I'm happy it's a wonderful thing for you, Sandy, because it's a beautiful honor and a blessing to know you, baby. But I feel that way about all of y'all. Y'all are a big blessing to me. You're a Leo, Kathy? I love Leos. My brother's a Leo. But I love all signs. I don't have favoritism. Roar. That's right, girlfriend. You go ahead and roar. God knows I can roar. Hi, Nomitra. Thank you. Yeah, my hair is pretty long. It's past my bum. It almost goes to my knees. I need to get it trimmed. He asked me out too. Yep, that's right, Kathy. Well, beautiful people, it's theme night, y'all. So, I thought this week I can do gods and rebels. So I pulled out my Egyptian god deck. And then we got the good old Rebel deck for laughter. Let's see. See, my nails are too long now to where I can barely even touch the screen. I have to pull out my stylus to be able to hit things now. I know I had one. I don't know where it went to. It's probably in my other drawer. I got a stylus somewhere. Yeah. I don't know where it is. I'll find it later. Hi, Jesus. You like that Rebel deck, Richard. I know you do, baby. It's fun. I do love this Rebel deck. It has some pretty good laughs in it. Some good sayings in it. That's for sure. So we can do the theme tonight, and then if anybody wants a personal reading, I can do that in between. It's $30 US to get a personal reading. But the Rebel and the Egyptian God, that's free, so oh, that's cool, Eternal Light. Fancy. That's a fancy phone. I don't even think my phone does that. Of course, I got an iPhone. Alright, beautiful people. If y'all want a Rebel card and a God card, type in me so I can put your name on this list. Okay. Yeah, you ain't doing that in my chat. Alright. Figure out how to do this. Hi, Taquan. Hi, Ant-Man Tony. Thank you, baby. That's very sweet of you. Alright, beautiful people. This is what I got on my list. I got Dee, Sandy, Kathy, Madison, Moonchild, Joey, and Eternal Light. You've never gotten a reading? Well, D. Gilbert, well, I'll be honored to be the first one to read for you, baby. It's just a couple of cards, but hopefully there's something important that Spirit has shared with you in these cards that you can take away from it. Because I got the Egyptian gods and the rebel. So I'll pull one of each card for everyone. Let's see. All right. So we got the serious, and then we got the sarcastic. That's what I call it, for laughs and giggles. I need to get the other deck that's supposed to go with this. They got another one out there to add on to it, but I keep forgetting to order it. All right. Beautiful people. You're welcome. Your ex-biker name is Magic. I like that name. You know they are, Sandy. Why do you think I got them, baby? Just so I could scratch your back. And I could scratch my own back. Yes, my nails are very good for back scratching. They're good for shooting pool, too. It gives my fingers another 1.5 inches in length. Hi, Tim. I'm gravy, baby. Thank you for asking. How you doing? Oh, Kathy, I'm sorry, honey. You know, you gotta give yourself some time to get through the healing, honey. It will get better. All right. All right, Spirit. One card for D. Gilbert, Spirit. Ooh, that one just popped right out. All right. Wow. All right. 27. Of course, they printed this guidebook in 3 different languages, so it's going to take me a minute to find the English section. Let's see. All right, D. This is for you, sweetheart. This is the, it's from this deck. Okay. This is the God deck I'm using. And you got Satet, which is fruitfulness. And it says, she is depicted as a woman with the crown of Upper Egypt, with 2 gazelle horns on top. Her name derives from she who pours, which symbolizes the floods of the river Nile, or she who runs like an arrow, that is the current of the flowing river. In fact, she represents natural forces and phenomena. As goddess of fertility, she could signal to you the successful start of a new project or a new job. If you are in search of love, she can help you and answer your wishes. If you're already in a relationship, she can bring you stability or even marriage because she protects new projects. So if you're looking for, this is like, to me, like manifesting, more or less. Like if you're looking for a new job, or if you're single looking for love, or working on a project, or if you're in a current relationship, as it says, this is all about manifesting that and helping to build and protect it. She's like the God that oversees it and watches over it. I like that one. That is a dope card. Yeah. I like these Egypt cards. I saw an Egypt tarot deck that I want to get. I have one, but it's, yeah, I have one over there. It's a different one than the one I saw that I'd like to have. Okay, and the Rebel card you got, this is for some laughs and sarcasm. It says, get some effing sleep. You are being an ass because you are effing tired. Face to pillow now. So I don't know if you haven't been getting enough sleep, D, but Spirit's saying it's time to get some sleep, baby. Don't be stubborn, because I'm stubborn. And understand me, I'm stubborn. Like, that'd be like a message for me. Spirit's telling me, shut up, close your eyes, go to sleep. Aw, thank you, medicine. And that's what I have for you, D. All right, Sandy, you're next, baby. Spirit. I love that Rebel deck. You're welcome, honey. I hope it resonated. Bring it, spirits. You're like wanting to take spirit on like it's a challenge. Hey, I like that attitude. Yes, Auntie Sparkly, you're right. But this is the wrong channel. We coming here preaching. Just so you know. Right, Spirit. One card for Sandy, please. Well, that one just flips right over. That's funny. You got the same card D got. This one's speaking to me. Auntie Sparkly, you're fine, honey. I'm just saying to you, like, this is a psychic tarot channel. So, and religion's not part of this channel. Like, I'm a Christian woman, okay? But I am also respectful of other people's religious views if their religion's different from mine. So I just don't like that coming in here because I don't want to bring the energy down. But I agree with you. Jesus does love us. Yes, I agree. But I also am respectful of other people's religious beliefs. My nails match my necklace. Yeah, they do, don't they? I did that intentionally, baby. No, purple's my favorite color. One of them. But yeah, I thought of my necklace too. Alright, Spirit. One card for Sandy. A rebel card. Make it good too. Hi, Mark. How you doing, baby? Well, crap, Spirit. Come on now. They're trying to give you 3 cards, Sandy. You being a bad boy? That's a new one. Purple is the best color. You think so? I love purple. I always have. Ever since I was a little girl, my mama wanted me to wear pink, and I always told her, nope, can't be pink. It had to be purple. All right, Sandy. Same for you, baby. Satet, fruitfulness. She is depicted as a woman with the crown of Upper Egypt with 2 gazelle horns on top. Her name derives from she who pours, which symbolizes the floods of the river Nile, or she who runs like an arrow, that is the current of the flowing river. In fact, she represents natural forces of phenomena. As goddess of fertility, she could signal to you the successful start of a new project or a new job. If you are in search of love, she can help you and answer your wishes. If you are already in a relationship, she can bring you stability or even marriage because she protects new projects. Baby, I think this applies to multiple parts of your life, baby. Call on her. She'll protect a lot. Hi, question all things. How you doing, baby? And your rebel card, Sandy, is U equals tight ass. And it says, loosen the F up. Control freaks don't get laid. Oh, I like that card. That's a new one. I think I might have only pulled it out once. And that's what I got for you, Sandy. Like I said, I love this deck for humor and laughs. We all need it. All right, Kathy, you're next, sweetheart. Let's see. Right, Joey? Spirit is funny. I will say that. Hey, Tim, are you still here, baby? All right, Spirit, for Miss Kathy. All right, Spirit. One card for Kathy, please, and thank you. This one's come out. Okay, let me get the Rebel card. Question all things. Do you want a God and a rebel card, baby? Because if you do, I could put you on my list. Since it's theme night. Whoa. Alright, Spirit. One card for Kathy, please. Okay, honey, I got you. One card for Kathy, Spirit. That one jumped out. Alright. 32. Alright, Kathy. Here's your God card, sweetheart. And it says, Merziger. Her name means she who loves silence. More often depicted as a snake with a woman's head. It is a presence that watches silently and punishes evildoers with poison. Divinity of a terrible nature, but merciful with her devotees. She punishes sacrilege and those who break an oath, but is equally generous in forgiving those who are sincerely repentant. She symbolizes authority and intelligence. Keywords for a full and peaceful life. She puts you on your guard against a few people you do not know well, who might bring cruelty, malice, deceit, and conflict. Scrutinize in silence and stay alert. So, this is just like saying to you, beautiful, just take a step back and just watch. Just be mindful, be observant, but don't let nobody know. Hi, Ethan. How you doing, baby? Thank you. You too, baby. All right, and then the Rebel card, Kathy, you got Rebel. And it says, because F it. That would be me. God knows I've said that more times than I can count. I know it has been a while. Where you been hiding? I like that card. Hi, Stacy. How you doing, sweetheart? Hi, Gina. It's theme night, beautiful people. I'm doing 2 cards. One is a God card from the Egyptian gods, and the other one's a Rebel card. So, and this is free. So, if y'all want one, you need to type in me, and I can put you on the list. All right, Madison, you're next, sweetheart. You're welcome, Kathy. I hope that helped, sweetheart. It seemed to apply to what you were saying, honey. You're a rebel? Question? Nah, I don't see you as a rebel. I think we're all a little rebel. All right, Betty. I got you, honey. Okay. For Madison. Spirit. What card you got? Much love to you too, honey. You're welcome, Sandy. Spirit. One card, please. For Madison. Anubis, transformation. Oh, you're welcome, little bit. H. Surgery, I'm not taking questions. If you want me to answer a question, you would have to pay for a personal reading, which is $30 US. Little bit. Do you want a couple of cards, honey? Yes, question all things, but you're a couple people down, baby. You gotta wait a minute. Okay, honey. I got you a little bit. Spirit for Madison. Madison, are you here? You need my words of encouragement? Well, honey, I'm sure Spirit got words of encouragement for you. Okay, honey. Thank you for letting me know. Because if y'all ain't here, y'all won't get read. Just so y'all know. Alright, Spirit. One rebel card, please. 11. Alright. Madison, you got Anubis. Transformation. He is the protector of tombs, the embalmer of the dead, who accompanies souls into the afterlife to weigh their hearts and ferry them from the earthly world into the presence of Osiris. Anubis is portrayed as a jackal-headed man. He symbolizes the renewal of life itself, rebirth, and regeneration. You are about to end a cycle, or you are already experiencing a new one. Probable disappointments, collapse of affections, losses. Do not worry, Anubis will accompany you and guide you during the transformation of elements. Nothing will return to the way it was before. Inevitably, everything is transformed, but all you can do is create a new life in a new form. I like that card. So this is about shedding the old, Madison, and welcoming in the new. Because you're going through that transformation. And you're growing into something more beautiful. Full of more life and light. So enjoy it. Welcome this new life in. Welcome all that energy. Whew. And I just got chills. Alright, Spirit. And then your rebel card is, it's dark and you can't see a effing thing. And then it says, get your head out of your ass pronto. That is too funny. That is too funny. I like that one. I haven't pulled that one yet. Okay, Moonchild, you're next, beautiful. You like that card too? You've been having crazy dreams? That makes sense? Well, I'm glad it makes sense. Spirit knows. You're welcome, Madison. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. All right, Moonchild. All right, Spirit, show me one card for Miss Moonchild, please. That one just popped right out. Oh, wholeness. More rebel cards in this moonchild. You're welcome. That one just jumped right out too. I like this card. All right, Moonchild. You got thought, wholeness. And it says, human-shaped deity with the head of an Anubis or in the form of a baboon. Moon god, symbol of wisdom, lord of time. He is the protector of scribes and the inventor of writing, the god of magic, clairvoyance, and laws. He assists Anubis in judging souls and reaching decisions on their fate. You are required to show self-discipline, as this is the key to success in making progress. Learn how to use intelligent resources if you want to successfully complete certain enterprises. Learn to be whole and to reject immoral tendencies. Be impartial in all things you do if you want to pursue a complete and just life. That's a powerful card. That's deep too. I like that. Oh, that's okay, Kathy. Well, thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. You have a good night. Have a good day at work. See you next time. All right. And the Rebel card you got, Moonchild, is you are giving away your power. And it says, you are a badass. Act like it. And I love this for you, Moonchild. You are a badass. Act like it. Stop giving your power away. Spirit's kicking you in the butt. I like that one. Okay. All right, Joey, you're next, baby. Let's see. One card for Joey. Please and thank you. Hi, Andre. Oh, it's good seeing you, baby. I'm happy you resonate so much with me, baby. That lets me know I'm doing something right. 23. Okay. One rebel card for Joey. Spirit. One rebel card for Joey, please. I like this one too. All right, Joey. The God card you got is Sobek, Union and Power. And it says, this is an ambivalent divinity, both malignant and benign. His ferocity is able to ward off evil, at the same time defend the innocent. His name derives from unite. Sobek is usually portrayed as a crocodile or a crocodile-headed man. He heals the souls who were wounded or killed in battle, restoring their health, sight, and all their senses. He represents the authority of decision-making, power, and action in the implementation of projects. Under the influence of Sobek, you have a sound base on which to build large business-like enterprises. Do not stop. Your effort will bear fruit and allow you to gain power. Ooh. Well, you go, Joey. Keep building those enterprises, baby. That's a good card. I like that. And then the Rebel card is, F, you need your people around you. And it says, F, shit is about to get real. I bet it's about to get real. Sounds like we're going to get it on like Donkey Kong. Kind of real. All right. And that's what I got for you, Joey. Thank you for being here. Hey, 420. Yes, he is. That's right, baby. All right, Eternal Light. You're next, baby. Okay. For Eternal Light Spirit. One card for Eternal Light Spirit. Ooh. 36. Sandy, you're too funny. Hi, Gina. How you doing, beautiful? All right, Eternal Light. You got Nefertum, completeness. His name means perfect, without equal. He is the god of perfumes who relieves suffering and also the god of immortality. He is presented as a young boy dressed in a simple skirt with a lotus flower on his head, a symbol of birth and regeneration, and for this reason, he is the deity of sweet smells. He represents the complete fusion with the universe, the ultimate success, the completeness, triumph and initiatives, the fullness of On's energy. Follow the heavenly directions and you will have the right reward and the right place in a higher spiritual hierarchy. Remember that the initiate is the one who carries the seed of light within him. Wow, that's deep. And that should resonate well with you, eternal light. Just what I know of you, baby. Hi, Tony. And then the Rebel card you got, it says, you do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. Which is true. And that's what I have for you, baby. Okay, who's next? All right, question all things. You're next, honey. You like that card? It's a really good card. You're welcome, eternal light. And thank you for the heart emojis. Hi, Larry. How you doing? Hi, Landon. Question all things. Do you hear, sweetheart? Oh, I'm happy to hear you're doing great, Larry. Who's your twin flame, little bit? All right. I don't know, sweetheart. Okay. If question all things left, then I'm going on to the next. Betty, are you here? Oh, it's always nice to see you too, Larry. I'm happy to hear you're doing great, honey. I don't even know who my twin flame is. All right, beautiful. Let's see. Spirit, one card from Miss Betty, please. Oh, thank you a little bit. You are too, sweetheart. Spirit, one card for Betty, please. Now, this is going to be funny just because of what it says. Where is it? Okay. More rebel card. One card for Betty, please. Dang. The second time this card's come out tonight. All right, Betty. You got the God nut, and it says understanding. Goddess of the sky and the celestial bodies. She swallows the setting sun and gives birth to it in the morning. Her immense naked body covered with stars is stretched out to form an arch that towers over the whole earth. Her arch position clearly shows her power in the sky and over the celestial objects. Her nakedness represents a purification of the soul. The stars that cover her symbols the resurrection, the great light that illuminates. Your life is a mysterious journey. You have reached this point, and Nut wants to help you to understand your purpose and your destiny. Press on with confidence because now you know that there will be a favorable events on the horizon and you might achieve your desired objectives. Wow, that's powerful. Ooh, I just got chills too. And then for the Rebel card, this second time this card came out, it says, get some effing sleep. You are being an ass because you are effing tired. Face the pillow now. And that's what I have for you, Betty. This is too good to be fake. You're funny, baby. All right, little bit. It's your turn, sweetheart. All right, Spirit. One card for a little bit, please. I know, that name made me laugh, Sandy. If that's what you were joking about, baby, I get it. I was thinking the same thing, so. Oh, no, that's a powerful God to get. Let's see. I haven't pulled him yet. All right, Spirit. No, baby, you weren't alone in that, because I was laughing, too. All right, Spirit. One card for a little bit, please. Spirit. Absolutely. All right, little bit. This is your God card, sweetheart. This is raw, enlightening. And this is first sun God. He who rises up, climbing high in the sky, Life and prosperity come from the sun and to its heart. Its symbol is the eye of Ra, also associated with the meaning of the third eye. The energy of Ra is vital, the source of creative growth. This deity instills clarity and transparency. There is nothing to fear under the influence of Ra. He helps you to heal wounds and restore lost harmony, but with action. Above all, he advises you to abandon the subterfuges of the moon and to act boldly and in the full light of day. That's a powerful card. So that's powerful, little bit, to have that. That's like saying your psychic eye is open and you can see anything. You just got to be in tune with it and trust it. And then the Rebel card you got is make better effing choices. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. That's funny. I like that. That one's funny. Okay. Let's see. What else? Hold on, beautiful people. I gotta run to the restroom. I'll be right back. cat. Toby's over there hiding underneath the bed and coming out and attacking my leg. Oh, you're welcome, little bit. You leaving, Andre? Well, good night, baby. See you tomorrow. Sweet dreams to you. No, Bob, that's not good, baby. What's going on with you? Got cold again. I mean, Bob, that's true, baby, but it doesn't mean you're any less important. I hate to hear that you're having trouble breathing, baby. Are you going to the doctor? Oh, you got a hot nurse? Well, lucky you, Bob. That's a positive, right? Right, Sandy? The simple blessings of life. A hot nurse. What more can you ask for? Must be one of your fantasies, Bob. Going through and getting a hot nurse all dressed up, get you all bothered. That's alright, little bit. There's always someone worse off, but doesn't mean you don't matter. We all matter. You'd remember, huh, Bob? Well, maybe y'all knew each other in another life. Maybe that's what she meant. I know I gotta take my car back to the mechanic. The power steering is leaking because when I went and got my nails done today, I drove an hour to the nail salon. I went to the place I used to go to by my old house. And by the time I even got to the parking lot, I could already hear the power steering pump acting up. Like every single time I would barely turn the wheel, I could hear that loud noise that I knew it was the power steering. And so I had to go to the auto store and get some power steering fluid. And they put it in my car, and sure enough, I mean, that big bottle I bought, my car drank half of it. And so I get in my car after I run my other errand, and I go home, and it's making that same noise by the time I'm pulling in my driveway, which is an hour away, and that car should not be eating no power steering fluid like that. So I'm just like, great. She was nice looking for a white girl. Okay, Sandy. Yeah, I question all things. Well, they didn't mess with the power steering pump when I took it to them. So, and the power steering was acting up before I took it to them. It's just now confirmed that I know it's the belt, or not the belt, but I think there's a leak in it. Because it shouldn't be leaking. It shouldn't be running out power steering fluid just to go 50 miles. So that's 100 miles round trip. I mean, if they filled the power steering up all the way, which they did, and it's already making that noise by the time I get home, yeah, it's leaking fluid. So, hi, Brayden. Thank you. Yep. And I mean, it's like every single time you barely turn the wheel, I can hear it. And as soon as they put the power steering fluid in it, it sounded a lot better, so. Oh, thank you, Question All Things. It was last Monday, but thank you. It's still my birthday month. I guess I'm still celebrating. And yes, Sandy, I still got half a cheesecake left. Little bit, yeah. When it's running low, I do. It's like right when I was pulling into my neighborhood, it barely wanted to steer. Oh, I got strawberry cheesecake in my fridge from Cheesecake Factory. How's my tire rods? Brayden, as far as I know, they're fine. Hi, Luz. How you doing, baby? You work on motorcycles a little bit? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's no belt. I mean, it shouldn't be leaking. It shouldn't be running out of power steering fluid like that. There's got to be a leak somewhere. So, well, that's cool a little bit. You were plowing snow. Oh, geez. Fun, fun. I know, Sandy. I just made myself hungry. Talking about that cheesecake. You think it's the high pressure hose? Yeah, I don't think it's anything that major. It's just, it's a pain in the butt, though, knowing the fact that they just had my car, like, what, a month ago? So, you're still hungry after eating all those strawberries? Yes, it is my power steering pump, but it's what's the thing about it is that I put power steering fluid in it when I was out running my errand, which was only 50 miles away from my house. And I get home and it's pretty much low. It's pretty much out because it's making that noise, and to where I could barely steer the wheel getting into my neighborhood. And it shouldn't be doing that. Yes, I love jalapeno bread. I love jalapenos. It's got to be replaced. Is that what you're telling me a little bit? Oh, great. Yeah, because I even noticed that my tires, which I know it's not the tires because I got new tires, but I think the brakes are starting to go out in it too, because when I was on the interstate coming home, and the few times I had to hit the brake real fast, the steering wheel started to shake. It was like, oh, great. There goes my rotors. Oh, I believe that little bit. But you know what's messed up is I had that thing replaced a year ago, and that's what makes me mad about it. Well, Bob, there's many things I want to yell at him about. It doesn't matter, but Bob, he don't listen. Do you want to hear something? Let's see, it was yesterday, I think it was. I was on the phone with a friend of mine because I asked him like 3 weeks ago to get all the paperwork together to file our taxes. He still hasn't done it. But last night, when I was on the phone with one of my friends talking, he was over here being nosy, listening through the walls. And sure enough, after I get off phone and I walk out there, he's over there searching the house trying to find all the papers. And asked me if I seen a vanilla folder because it has part of the papers we need to file the taxes. Like, I asked you for this 3 weeks ago, and suddenly because you were eavesdropping on my conversation, now you suddenly rush to get it. And another thing, I asked him 2 months ago to do a load of laundry for me. Baby, it's still sitting in the basket on my floor. He hasn't touched it. And he's done his own laundry, but he won't do mine. Like, there's a lot I could yell at him about. So, I mean, it's crazy, baby. Trust me. I'm just I'm over it with him. And he's going to his kid's house this weekend. So, like, you know you're supposed to be finding a job, but okay. Whatever. So, yep. That's what I deal with on a regular basis. You know, it's like I had said before. The only reason why he'll go to the pharmacy or to the grocery store because he needs his medications and because he knows he needs to eat too. Outside of that, he wouldn't be doing it. And that's just sad truth. But it's the truth. But it's messed up because he used to not be that way. But that's why I want out so bad. Loose, I'm trying to, baby, trust me. But I gotta get some money together to get me out first. So that's the problem. And I've been trying to save up, but because of the way our bills are and because he refused to get a job, like I could barely save anything after all the bills are paid and medications and food and gas and all those other things. So So I've been working on it. Yes, Luce, I do. I have plenty of ideas. Hey, Scott. I'm Gravy Baby. How you doing? Thanks for asking. Right, Elle, and that's what I've been trying to do. It's getting to the point now I'm drowning. I mean, before long, he's gonna drown me. And it's one of those things. So, so I'm working on trying to change this because I can't do this anymore. You got a cricket bat. Hi, Joshua. Good evening to you, baby. So, it blows my mind. It's like, let's see. Oh, you want to hear something crazy? So, about a week before my birthday, he asked me, he was like, so what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, well, there's a lot of things I want, but I can't afford them. We can't afford them. Like, there's a pair of diamond earrings I've had my eyes on for the past year, but I can't afford that right now. But he wants me to go ahead and get it. Oh, really? With what money? Oh, let me go pick all that money off the tree in the backyard that we got growing back there. Like, come on. I'm not irresponsible like that. I'm not selfish. I'm not foolish in that way. But he would still expect me to go out there and get those earrings. I mean, okay, you want to make me happy, but then, wait, I'm going to stress myself out too at the same time because I know already the situation we're in because I could barely get anything done with the way things are now. So, no. It's crazy. I am L. Thank you, honey. Question all things. You're right, baby. I will be. I'm going to be. I am. No, a little bit. That's sweet of you to offer, sweetheart. I'm fine. Thank you for offering, though. So, but yep, that's what I deal with. Like today, when I left to go get my nails done, he was sitting outside on the patio, and I think he was on the couch at one point on his phone playing games. That's what he was doing. And when I got back, he was doing the same thing outside on the patio playing games. I'm like, hi, Green Meadow. Oh, well, thank you a little bit. I appreciate you, honey. No. I know y'all would get after him for me. I know my brother would too if he could. Between him and my daddy's best friend, they keep saying the same thing too. It's like my brother told me last week. He asked me about something and I told him, it's like, well, he's supposed to be looking for a job, but I haven't heard anything. And he's like, well, don't hold your breath. Thanks. I mean, but my brother's being real with me too, because he knows the situation. Oh, thank you, honey. Hi, William. You're welcome, honey. No, thank you, Bob. I love my nails. Purple's one of my favorite colors. Oh, I know a little bit. I agree. Plus, I already told y'all. I already told him. I'm not in love with you. Yeah, I have love for you, but I'm not in love with you. And I already told him I'm not happy. And I also told him if he didn't get his act together, I'm walking out that door. So knowing that I've been upfront with him and I've told him flat out, you would think he would be doing everything in his power to get his act together, right? To keep me from walking out that door? Nope. You want to know why? Because he doesn't think I'm going to do it. That's what he thinks. And it's just crazy to me. Hi, Jarbricks. How you doing, baby? Oh, I know he doesn't believe me, Bob. Oh, trust me, I know. He's going to be in for a rude awakening when it happens. I'm not playing. I'm too young to be in for it to be the way it is, you know, and knowing I still want so much more out of life. You know, there's so much I still want, you know, both what I want, you know, as far as, you know, um, I want another house, you know, a couple houses in a couple different places, but I want to travel too. There's other things I want to do, and I can't do it with him because he's not doing anything except for sitting around, playing games, doing whatever else he does. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, he doesn't believe me. You're right. And that's why he sleeps on the couch and I sleep in the bedroom. That's the way it is. We don't even act married. Like, there's no attention, there's no affection between us. We barely speak to each other. I mean, we're more so just passing by each other. So, no, I agree with you a little bit. I know he is. And I think he knows he is. But you see, it's just like I told y'all. It's like he said to me just a couple weeks ago. He thinks I'm not living up to my potential by doing this streaming, by having this channel, by reading cards. He sees my potential being a manager at a retail store, like a clothing store at the mall. It's like, are you serious? Like, come on. He has questioned all things, and he definitely doesn't have the drive anymore. I don't know where it went to, but yes, Scott Davidson, that's what I got told. He can't understand how I'm over here doing what I'm doing when he thinks I could be doing so much better, like working retail as a manager in a retail, like clothing store. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. What? I just walked away. It's like, whatever. So, that just goes to say how highly he thinks of me. So, he obviously don't think highly of me anymore either. So, I guess it's mutual because I lost my respect for him. I hate to say it, but it's also true because he doesn't do anything. And it's like he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to make himself better. He doesn't want to improve his life or our life. So I shouldn't have to settle. I mean, and I don't settle. I'm not going to settle for this. And I've told him that. That it goes in one ear and it goes right out the other. Like, it doesn't matter. Because, like you said, he doesn't believe me. And I know he doesn't believe me. Yeah, it truly is question all things. Trust me, I know that. And see, Moonchild, I known others who've done it, and I, there's nothing wrong with it. However, doing that, I wouldn't, I wouldn't go through and feel like I'm living up to my full potential by doing a job like that. But that's me. Hi, Brian. Well, Moonchild, and thank you, Diana. Yeah, I've already sat him down. You don't know how many times I've sat him down and told him flat out, eye to eye, and it goes in one ear and it goes out the other. In fact, I told him before we bought this house, I made it clear to him he needed to get a job in order to get me to buy this house with him. So he told me. He said he understood the situation. He understood he needed to work to help to be able to afford this house and everything else we need, right? Here we are. It's 9 months. No job still. No attempts at getting one. So I've already sat him down. He broke his promises. And that's the other thing. No, that sweet little bit. Lucy is. He is. He broke his word. I've already gone down that road with him too, sweetheart. I tried. I took him to my friend, who's a licensed counselor, a licensed therapist. And there would be weeks that he would engage in the conversation, and you might be able to get him to admit he's depressed. But then, like the next week and the week after, he would flat out deny it and say, no, it's nothing wrong with me. And it got to a point where I even told my friend, I said, I don't know what to do anymore because he's not listening. He's not taking any advice you're giving him and applying it and using it. And I feel like I'm wasting your time, plus wasting money if he's not going to honestly go through and use it, And she agreed with me. So I tried that route too. And it's been this way since he lost his job in 2018. We're in 2025. That was 7 years ago. So it's something else. Scott, maybe that's it too, baby. Maybe he doesn't trust talking to me anymore. I don't know. Oh, Bob, that's funny. Scott, what do you mean when you say you don't think he's thinking about doing anything? What do you mean by that, baby? Yeah, question all things. You're right, he is. Yeah. Yes, they do, Joey. You're right, baby. I mean, but Scott, here's the thing. I've been waiting for him to make that decision, for him to tell me, for him to actually show me he's taking initiative. and he hasn't done any of that. Like, you know, he could use the excuse that his car was broke down. Fine. Okay. Now the car's fixed. He's had that car back, what, a month? About a month. Right? No, hasn't been that long. We'll say going on 3 weeks. It's been about 3 weeks, I think. Still nada. So I just... Yeah, Eternal Light has a point too. No, Scott, I can't even get him to do my laundry. He'll wash his clothes, but he won't wash mine. Or he'll do it on the days that I'm streaming, and I need some of the clothes that I'm wearing, so they don't get washed. And like I have a basket of laundry in my bedroom right now, sitting on the floor. It's been there for over a month. I asked him to wash it for me. It's still sitting there. He hasn't touched it. And the only thing he'll ever do, and I had said this earlier, he'll, go to the pharmacy to pick up prescriptions because he has prescriptions there, but he goes to the drive-thru, so it's not like he's going inside. And the same thing with groceries. He doesn't go inside and grocery shop. He makes the order online and then goes up there and picks it up and lets them load it up in the car. So yeah. Yes, Diana, we are. So um it's like Eternal Light said. He's depressed, but he can still go watch his daughter's house while they're on vacation. He can go watch his sister's house while they're on vacation. But he can't get a job and help me. Like, I'm not a priority to him. So, question all things makes me wonder. He collects a disability, but the problem is his disability doesn't cover all the bills and plus what I bring in. And that's what I told him. You know, it's still like we're still running into probably over $1,000 short every month. And that's just to eat and to have our medicine and have our house. That's without us doing anything else. So and that's why I told him he needed to get a job. And that's why he promised me he would. Because that would be the only way I would agree to buy this house with him. But here we are. 9 months later, still nada. So, little bit, yeah, honey, you're right. A little bit, I need money to get out, honey. That's what I mean. And because we're already $1,000 a month in the hole, I'm something else that's got to give here. He was a manager. He was a operations manager for a global wide distribution company. They distributed telecommunication products like cable and wiring. And his territory was all of North America. It was both the United States and Canada. He had 8 managers reporting to him. So he had a huge job. He had a demanding job. It's definitely not a lazy job, and that's the other thing that throws me. He he used to not be this way. He was not like this at all. He was very ambitious. He worked hard. But now suddenly, since his job, his company laid him off, he just went downhill. Correct, Moonchild. And he told me that. So he could only make another $1,000 a month. The most is what he told me. Fine. That's $1,000 a month. That's all I'm asking you for. But he still hasn't done it. He knows the situation, but he doesn't want to hear it, or he doesn't care, or I don't know what else he's waiting on. I have no idea. Exactly. And the fact that he's allowing his health to go downhill too. Because it's like I told y'all, he almost died 2 years ago, twice, in a matter of 4 months apart. The first time, his blood sugar was 1262. He should have been in a coma. But because my spirit guides warned me something was wrong to go check on him, it's the only reason why he didn't end up in a coma. In fact, the doctor at the hospital told me I got him to the hospital just in time. Because if I had went to bed that night and waited till morning, he would have been unconscious. So, and then the second time is when his kidneys failed. And that's because he has kidney disease. I can't remember what it's called. But his kidneys failed. So much so that the fluid was leaking from his kidneys into his lungs and gave him pneumonia. And he knows this, right? So they gave him a diet for him to follow, and there was days he was still eating crap. Still buying stuff, eating stuff he knows he shouldn't be eating, but he's still doing it. And that's what he's doing now. Like, I got a fridge full of Coke. He shouldn't be drinking all that. And I'm not talking about him drinking like one soda a day. I'm talking about every time I walk out there, he has another soda in his hand when he should be drinking water. But he won't do it. So, very true, Elle. I agree a little bit. Well, I don't have control over it, sweetheart. He'll still go and buy it. Even if I would take over the groceries, he would still go to the corner store and get it. And he is bullheaded that way. He's a Taurus. So, it's his daughter's gotten on to him, his sisters have gotten on to him. There's nothing none of us can say to him to make him understand. So, exactly, Bob. And that's when it's gonna happen. Then, when I walk out that door and I don't come back. So, I've tried. I've tried talking to him time and time and time again, told him what I need. He makes all these promises and then he doesn't fulfill them. He breaks his promises, he breaks his word, which is not, that's not the person I married either. So he's a completely different person that I don't know. It's it's weird. It throws me for a loop. And I gave up trying to figure it out and understand it outside of, okay, he could still possibly be depressed, but it's more than that. He just doesn't want to. That's the truth of it. He doesn't want to. He would rather go spend time at his daughter's house or at his sister's house or sit on that couch doing exactly what he's doing than to help me. That's the truth of it. Yep. Yes, El, I would be happy if he showed initiative, if he would keep his word. Keep your word. And, you know, it's like I always tell you on here. Actions speak louder than words. If your actions don't match your words, then, I mean, it means nothing. And what gets me is he promised my daddy on his deathbed that he told my daddy not to worry about me. He promised him he would take good care of me. Well, my daddy would not look at this as him taking good care of me when my own baby brother's looking at me and telling me to get out. And he's telling me flat out, Daddy wouldn't want you in there. He would want you to get out too. And that's saying a lot coming from my baby brother. Very true, Moonchild. So, you know, that's right, Il. So that's why I just focus on y'all. I'm here with y'all. You know, I do this. You know, this fulfills me. This makes me happy. This is my happy place. You know, and all I can do is keep building this channel and, you know, get the ball going on the memberships and go from there. And hopefully in the next few months, it'll be stable and to where I really can get out. So, a little bit. I am, sweetheart. I'm working on it. Trust me. I'm working on it. I'm not planning on staying here. Can't do it anymore. Question all things. You know, honey, I know you feel sad for me, but don't feel sad for me, baby. Just pray for me. You know, help me manifest something great so I can get out. You know, so I don't have to stay here. Because I don't want to stay here. But I need my own place, too. And be able to do it on my own. And I know I can. But I got to get everything else rolling with this channel and all that. So, and you know, and this isn't easy for me to make. It's not an easy decision for me to make, but it's been a long time coming. And that's what my brother keeps telling me. It's been a long time coming. It's not like you just said this just after a few months of this. This has been going on for years. It's a long time coming. It's time to go. So, I deserve better. I deserve a man who's going to love me and worship the ground I walk on. The way this man once did. You know, the way, I mean, it just, it blows my mind, like I said. Because he used to be so good to me. And he loved me. There was no doubt in that. But now, I don't see it. No, well, thank you, Question All Things. You are the best. And I'm preparing. Want to move to Texas. Alex, honey, I can understand why some people think that, but I've seen love last forever. My grandparents were married for over 50 years before they passed away. My parents, even through all the hell they went through, they were married till the end, till my mom had passed away. So I've seen love. I've seen everlasting love. And I honestly thought this is what I was getting with him. But no, well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate it, baby. Yeah, L. Yes, I will get through this. And Alex, and I understand that too, baby. I understand, I'm 44. So, the internet came out right in my teens. My, what, mid teens? Yeah, my mid teens. AOL first came out. But even then, it's like, I don't know. Since after, like, my generation, yeah, the kids today, they don't appreciate and value things like I do, and like my generation and generation before did, and it blows my mind. There's just seems to be such a huge sense of entitlement that I can't wrap my head around. I just can't. I don't understand it, and I don't think the kids today have any comprehension or would ever understand what it was like for people like us when we had to still go to a payphone, if we were out somewhere in order to call our parents come pick us up or if our car broke down or anything like that. The same thing with, even just going to the library and having to look things up. We got the internet now. They don't have to leave their house. They can use the internet and look things up. But back in our days, we had to go to the library. So it's a lot different. It really is. Technology has come a long way and it's helped make our lives a lot better in many ways, but then there's always going to be the downside to it, no matter which way you look at it. So, right, there is that instant gratification. Oh, thank you a little bit. You just turned 30 and dating seems to be so impossible. Alex, don't give up. Don't give up, honey. I know it may seem like a long shot, but I know there's still people out there who are looking for that serious commitment, you know, and want, the type of things that, people like me, my age and older want. They still exist. It just takes some time, baby. You might have to wait a little bit longer, is all. Because what I've learned is the kids today, they're waiting a lot longer to get married and have a family than they did back when my generation and older. Oh, Alex, well, I gotta stay positive, baby. I can't let this stuff destroy me, and I won't. I will not allow this to defeat me. I'm a fighter through and through. And yeah, I can vent. Sure, I get frustrated. Sure, I get angry. I'm human, but I also understand that I'm a fighter too, and I know I'll get out of this. I know I'll come out of this on top. It may just take me a little bit of time, but I also believe in everyone else too. It's just that I think too many people allow others to define who they are or what they're capable of, and so on. And they allow what other people think of them to define them, and I don't. You know, I'm different in that way. You know, I was raised that it doesn't matter what anybody else has to say or think about me. What truly matters is what I have to say and think of myself. You know, so, and I've always hold true to that and believe that. And, you know, what my parents raised me to believe, and that is true. And I've come to learn that, you know. I just learned it a lot younger is all. So it's like all the trolls that want to come here and act a fool with me, you know, that want to try and, you know, nitpick at me, you know, make fun of me. They think they're picking at my looks or whatever. They'll never break me. They'll never get to me because they'll never understand a person like me, you know. And I'm sure probably to them, they probably think I'm conceited and arrogant. No, I'm just confident and sure of myself to where I know who I am. So what the outside world has to say about me, what they have to think, holds no weight in my world, you know. And I think that's the difference of it. Exactly. That's right, Moonchild. And all that wouldn't have taken me down. I mean, look at everything I've gone through from a young child. It didn't take me down. I didn't allow it to destroy me. I didn't allow it to kill me. I could have. Sure, I could have gone down, you know, the road of, you know, alcoholism and, you know, drug addiction, but I didn't. You know, I just, my mama taught me to be a fighter. And I think I stopped and I always remember her because I watched what she went through and what she battled. And I'm not saying mama didn't complain. I'm not saying she didn't have her hard days because God knows she did, but she still got through them. And so I always got to remind myself my mama could survive what she did. You know, yeah, she eventually died from the disease, but if she could survive as long as she did, why can't I? I have no excuses. So, and that's how I look at it. Angel eyes, you can't let them break you, sweetheart. You gotta fight and be stronger than that. You know, tell anybody that got anything to say about you that's not the truth, that's not good, that doesn't put you in a positive light. Tell them go take a hike. And that's me being nice. And that's me saying it in a classy way. You know, I would drop a few F bombs in there, you know, but I'm trying not to, you know, cuss here. So, oh, well, thank you, Alex. Oh, you too, Elle. Thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. That's right, I plant seeds. I'm not playing with those trolls. You know, they come in here and act a fool. And I always shut them down every time. And they don't like it. Yes, I love Marvin Gaye. Aww. But y'all are wonderful too. Hey, Bob, I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't cuss, baby. I just try not to do it on here. Thank you, Scott. I love my nails. I haven't had my nails in years, so it feels so good to have my nails. That's right. I plant seeds. And they don't realize that. They don't realize they're going to bring that to me, but let them waste their energy. I just, you know, hide them and we always joke. I mean, we could have a comedy hour in here from all the trolls that come in here and talk nonsense and show them the card. Yep, I got a special card just for them trolls. It's like Spirit knew exactly what I needed. Hello, Rod Cruz from Guam. Wow. Well, welcome. So yeah, I got this card right here that I came out of my Rebel deck I got. And I was shuffling the deck. I pulled it out, and I shuffled it, just habit. And once I realized I was shuffling it, and I, caught myself and I stopped, and I looked at the bottom, and this card was at the bottom, and I couldn't help but to crack up laughing. I was like, oh yeah, Spirit knew exactly what card I needed. So this is what Little Bit's talking about, is this card right here. Yes, it is. I plant seeds. You're right, honey. And I love to laugh. We can laugh in here and have a good old time, and we do. You like that, Rod? That card makes me laugh all the time when I see it. So I wait for them to come in here and act a fool, because then I treat them like a fool that they are. Give them a taste of their own medicine, is how I feel. It's like, you're not going to come in here and mess with me, acting crazy. Oh, and then don't forget about all the wannabes out there. I got one night, and this was like a week or two ago. We had 3 different people or 3 different accounts that came in here trying to pretend they were me. They copied my account. They copied the name and even used my profile picture. And I'm like, really? That's right, Moonchild. You got that right, beautiful. Angel Eyes, that's so sad, sweetheart. Honey, why don't you go to a homeless shelter? Have you not looked there, honey? Have you not tried, like, the church? No, they definitely don't care for it, Little Bit. You're right about that, honey. They don't know what to do with someone like me. They're not used to seeing someone like me. Well, and you checked all the churches in your area, Angel Eyes? Because there's got to be something out there. Definitely. That's funny. Y'all make me laugh and smile. Absolutely, Rod. Wow, Angel Eyes. Yeah, I can imagine people are falling more on hard times, unfortunately. The cost of living just gotten outrageous. No, Bob, you're so sweet, baby. Y'all are a gift to me. I enjoy talking to y'all and reading for y'all and sharing my experiences with y'all. Angel Eyes, where do you live, sweetheart? Really, Angel Eyes? Wow. Michigan. That's crazy. Nasara, Gesara. Yeah, I don't know anything about Michigan. Can you not travel to the states next door to you, honey? Ooh, we got chili. Yeah, but y'all's country is about as big as my country, Bob. No. Yeah. Eternal light definitely would. Yeah, I don't know anything about Michigan. I'm in Georgia, so... Yes, Angel Eyes. I'm in Georgia. I'm a peach. You're gonna email me questionable things? Okay, honey. I'm sure Eternal Light could put my email in the chat for you. Hi, DM. I'm Gravy Baby. How you doing? Thank you for asking. Okay, questionable things. Eternal Light just put my email address in the chat for you, baby. Thank you, Eternal Light. Dang, Sandy, you got me up on a big screen, baby. Wow. Nice, eternal light. Hi, Milda. How you doing, beautiful? All right, Angel Eyes. Well, you take care of yourself, honey, and stay safe out there. I'll be thinking of you, honey, and praying for you. All right, little bit. Sweet dreams to you, sweetheart. Good night. Whew. Night, honey. So what else been going on with y'all while I was out? What y'all do the last couple of days? Well, they haven't really been in here a whole lot tonight, Bob. Maybe they, watch, they'll come in after you leave, baby. Nice, Diana. Are you walking around your neighborhood, sweetheart? Are you going to a park or what? Well, I hope you've had a good day, DM. Oh, that's awesome, Diana. I'm like out in the sticks, but there's really nowhere to go walking to. Oh, I'm happy it does for you, DM. It's always good to see you, baby. Thank you, Bob. It's 1:30 in the morning for me. Question all things. Hi, Maurice. How you doing, baby? All right, Moonchild. Well, you have a good night, sweetheart, and sweet dreams. Thank you for stopping in, saying hi, and spending some time with us. See you tomorrow, sweetheart. Have a good day. I'm happy to hear that, Maurice. All is well with you. Hi, Calvary. How you doing, beautiful? I've been gravy. I mailed up. Well, I'm sorry to hear you're going through that, honey, but I hope everything turns out good. Who are you talking to? Question all things. Well, I'll keep you in my prayers, honey. I'm staying positive for you. I know that has to be nerve-wracking. Yeah, Melda. I'll be really thinking about you hard, honey. Of course, Scott. That's my coffee. Eternal light. What do you mean promote, baby? I gotta have my Red Bull. That's my coffee. Bob, I doubt it. I doubt they would sponsor me. Toby. Crazy cat. Um, I mean, I think Eternal Light, as long as you asked him, I would think it would be alright. The peach. I haven't had the peach one. I think Eternal Light mentioned the peach one, but I still haven't seen it. And, Question All Things, it's Mac. M-A-C. And Bob, I don't think they would sponsor me because of the channel, of what the channel represents. You got to think of the people, you know, that believe in the paranormal, psychics, tarot reading type. That's like a sliver of the percentage of the, you know, world population. And they surely are not going to want to lose their customers who make up majority of the population. Like, you know, think of all the religious people. So I seriously doubt they would ever be willing to sponsor me for that reason. Yes, Question All Things is a good brand. I like their lipstick. And it does last. It's expensive, but it lasts. I'll probably have to get some more lipstick here before long, in fact. What happened to the Bud Light, Bob? No, Question All Things. Yeah, I actually did a little bit of modeling when I was a teenager. I don't know about now because I think, you put me in a room full of catty women? Oh, Lord. We're gonna get it on like Donkey Kong because I can't deal with that. It went broke. Well, who did Bud Light sponsor? Because I didn't hear anything about it. Oh, Scott, I don't disagree, baby. But the problem is there's still a much bigger population of the world when you think of religion and all the different religions at that. So, and if all those religions have a basic belief that tarot cards, astrology, psychics, all of that is evil and the devil, they would never turn to someone like me or you know, believe in any of us because they would think we're being possessed by demons or we're conjuring up demons or working alongside witches and that whole thing. So I don't know. I think it would take many years before they would, but we'll see. Oh wow. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Melda, I need to get a thin brush too. And I think it is opening people up, Scott, but I think there's still a lot of people out there who refuse to acknowledge what's going on around them, who refuse to accept things for what they are when they see them, even though others may not see them or experience them. You know, they're going to keep going with the people who are telling them they're crazy. They need to go see them shrink, pretty much, instead of, you know, trusting their own self. Not to say that some of those couldn't have a mental illness. You know, I'm not a doctor or expert of any kind, but I'm simply saying that's what many of them would do. Hello, tattoo boy. Most brain dead zombies. Many of them are. He's a weirdo that fake being trans to get famous. Really? Now that's sad. That's crazy. What a shame. I want to know what, you know. Hey, Karen, how you doing, beautiful? I mean, oh, thank you, Karen. No, Scott, I never thought I would see marijuana legalized. So, I mean, it is moving in that direction, but there's still a long way to go because there's still many states that refuse to accept it as anything legal. Like Quizmania. Something is draining my energy? Is that what you're saying? I just heard Toby again. I'm gonna have to go get that crazy cat. I guess I'll use the restroom again. Maybe. Yep. Yes, Karen, I did. I got so much needed rest, and I got my nails done too. Okay. Well, my beautiful people, I hate to cut this short for y'all, because I really have enjoyed the company and talking with y'all, but I know it's been like a long couple of days for me, and I know I could use some more sleep, and so I want to try and conserve my energy for y'all so I could be more alert with y'all over the next few days. So I'm going to say goodnight to y'all, beautiful people. I'm wishing y'all so much love and blessings and all the wonderful, great things in this life we all want and are deserving of. And that includes you, beautiful people. Until next time, bye.